Welcome. It's great to see you today. I'm Patty Miller, and I'm here with friends, phenomenal friends, in fact, that I've known for many years, and they share many things in common. And we have Ivy Hansen
Hello.
and Ken Ricker.
Hi.
And we were just talking before about that you two are both phenomenal teachers.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We both taught math.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, how did you get involved in math being a woman? Not to be sexist, but that was pretty unique.
Yeah, I was chosen to be in a special class when I was in high school down in Minneapolis. And I had the same math teacher from 8th through 12th grade. And he was just phenomenal. So by the time I got out of high school, I already had completed most of my college at the University of Minnesota. So I just ended up in math, but I never thought I was going to be a teacher either. I just kind of fell into that.
And I always liked math. Didn't do super well, but just enjoyed it. And when I went to junior college at Hibbing, I had engineering as the number one choice. Well, after 1 year, I think it was the physics class that made me think twice. And so I picked education, teaching for my next choice. And when I picked it, decided I wanted to go social studies, history type thing. And math was my minor. And I had a part-time job in Nashwauk at a gas station. And a school board member came in to visit, chit-chat. And we chit-chatted about what I was going to do. And I told him that social studies was my major and math was my minor. He advised me to switch that because of the hiring process and
Had to get a job.
yes, and I'm glad I did. I very much enjoyed my 35 years of teaching math, high school math. Very much enjoyed it.
And I'm glad you did too, because
Thank
I
you.
got to work along with you, and it's been great. And so now you're still teaching in your own way, but you're using a lot of your talents to help the community and also to help education through ADK. And so, Ivy, you're the chairperson of the upcoming ADK craft show on November 8th. Everybody got that? November 8th. And so, Ivy, why don't you tell us just a little bit about what ADK is and a little bit about the craft show.
Okay. ADK stands for Alpha Delta Kappa. And Alpha Delta Kappa is an organization for women in education.
Okay, just women.
Just women. And there are 30 members in the Phi chapter right now. And people in our chapter are from Hibbing, Chisholm, Pengilly, Nashwauk, and Keewatin. And it's pretty amazing that these 30 women are willing to put on this huge craft sale every year. And we do it because it helps students. Last year we made almost $5,000, and it all goes for scholarships for kids locally, for all the schools in the area. So we're really glad that we're able to do that for education.
And I'm glad too, because not only does it go to scholarships, but you give teachers scholarships. So instead of just one student benefiting from it, maybe 150 kids benefit from it.
And every year they ask all of the different school districts in the area who the teachers are who are brand new to teaching, hadn't been teaching anyplace else. And they draw a name and they just give them $200 because you need stuff for your classroom. And I don't think any other organization, any place does that to support teachers.
And you know, in this day and age, it's just so important. I know when I first started teaching on the range, I thought I was like in utopia because they were even buying the pencils and the notebooks. And it doesn't go that way anymore.
No. When I student taught in Hibbing. That's why I knew Hibbing was a really good school system to move back to with my husband and I. And when I student taught here, the very first assignment I gave in a math class, I gave the assignment and they didn't start working. And I was from Minneapolis and that had never happened.
I mean,
And
they just
I-
sat
they
looking
just
at
sat
you?
and looked at me. And I said, well, you can start. And they said, well, you haven't handed out the paper. And here they got all their paper and pens and notebooks and everything. And that was just really unusual to me. And I grew up in a suburb of the city. So it was really different on the range and wonderful for education.
I like
It's-
the idea that ADK gives almost like a scholarship to teachers that are present, because there's so much nowadays where teachers are spending $800,000 a year.
On
You
just
know?
basics,
Yes,
Right.
Yep.
out of
And
pocket, you're right.
And we do a lot of teacher grants. And one of our members who doesn't live in the area right now, but she gives money to us and has given us thousands to be able to do grants
yeah.
for teachers who are in the classroom. And even though ADK is a women's organization, we've given a lot of grants to men who have applied. So anyone who's teaching in the area, if they have a special project that they can't afford to do with their class, they fill out the forms and we've been able to help them out.
It's great. And so, Ken, how did you hear about us? Since you are not a member, although
Newspaper, the ads for this craft show the last couple of years just caught my attention. And I appreciate good causes. And with my amateur woodworking, I donated to a lot of fundraisers, and it helps.
and I wouldn't say amateur. I can tell you're a math teacher because look at what you're donating this year. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
This moose, that was my first project after I retired.
Oh, wow.
My wife saw it somewhere, and she loved it as a yard planter. And so I did a little bit of woodworking before that. So I gave it a try, and it went over well. And so people asked if I would make them, and I think I've done about 80 of them. I did for all my grandkids, all my nieces and nephews, my in-laws. That was my start, and it's just gone from there. And,
Wonderful. Well, I think you do other kinds of work. Didn't you kind of remake your cabin into a home and
Yes.
all kinds of things?
and that's what got me. That's what got me interested in wood. When I retired, we decided we're going to use the lake cabin to live. It wasn't big enough, so we had a carpenter come and expand, and the kitchen, made another bedroom, and I ended up helping him, and I really loved it. And I think because in the classroom, you don't get to do physical things, but I think when I retired, I enjoyed hammering and lifting boards and just that physical part.
And we're just really happy that he's going to donate this moose this year for our sale. So you can see it on the ADK table and take chances. And
Good.
we really appreciate that. And then this year, he was also planning to donate a couple of other things to us that he's made. So we just are so thankful that Ken can do this for us. And last year he donated a bear planter, and people really enjoyed coming to see it. And
Great.
we made at least a scholarship just from what we earned from that bear.
That's what counts. I enjoy the cause. It's well worth it. It does my heart good just to see that it's going to good places.
And it's great. We use this one as a raffle. And so
Okay.
last year, I didn't win, but I'm going to keep on trying this year.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
incentive.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It's wonderful. And we have one more. Have you made about 800 of these too?
No, that one is, maybe 30 or 40. That's my Rudolph.
Oh, it's great with a variety of things you can put in it.
Yes, what I have one at my house, and I put little gifts in it, or like those money envelopes that you give to the grandkids. I stuff it
Oh, that
with
works.
different kind of prizes.
Yeah.
And
good.
so you're not going to be there as a vendor, you're donating, and
Yes.
we really appreciate that. But Ivy, we have vendors, and about how many do we have, and what kind of variety of
Well,
vendors do we have?
we have room for 65 tables in the armory.
And that's a
and
huge place.
Yes, and we almost are full. I think I have room for 3 more tables.
Good.
But
So if people are listening and they want a shot at this, you're gonna have to give your number out, and maybe
Okay.
Ron can put it on the bottom.
okay, and because we really want to fill up. Some years we've had waiting lists, but that hasn't happened since COVID. We've been able to fill, but we don't have a waiting list. But
And you used to be one of the only bazaars in town, but it's kind of nice because there's about 3 or 4 that day, so people hop around.
right, and there's one at the Lincoln School, and that's just across from the parking lot for the armory. And so that works out really well, and people go to both of them. And they're free. Ours is free. And we do have a basket at the door. And we ask if people would be willing to give donations. And last year and this year, we've had incentives that if anybody's willing to give $5 or more, they actually get something. So we've got some presents that people have donated to us. And then we also let people that come in the door, they can take chances on $25 gift certificates from Super One. And so, we're trying to promote and get people in the door.
Quite a variety. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's really good, and there's no pressure. However, if you only brought your credit card and you want to shop, a lot of people take credit cards. You don't have to pay if you don't, but almost everybody donates when they come in. And
Right.
it's-
Well, and
yeah.
we really appreciate it, but no, we're not, the basket is just there, and we appreciate if people donate. But yeah, we don't want to charge for it because we want the vendors to do well, and we want people to come. And if they thought they had to pay to get in, we might lose people.
Last year I was there at the very end in the cleanup time, and the vendors, they were all so appreciative because they saw so many people. It's kind of like big social in town too. And then they also all said they had done so well. I mean, because it's quality. You don't have any of those. Well, I'm not going to put down anybody's the kind of things I might make.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you make the money off the tables, and the vendors pay for the table, and then they make their own
Right,
profit
we-
on
yeah.
what they're giving.
Right.
So ADK also has a table, and
Yeah.
very talented people.
Well, and that's how it all started. Alpha Delta Kappa used to rent a table from the JC's women. And when they did that, they were just one of the vendors, but then the JC's women disbanded. And we were the only vendor who was nonprofit. And so the JC's women said to us, would you be willing to take this over? And we hadn't really thought about that, but we've been doing it now for 20 years, and we're really glad because this is our big money raising opportunity. And thank goodness we have this to have a table at to be able to sell things. And I'm holding up one of the stockings. A lot of people realize we do these stockings every year, and They have $50 price tags on them. Now, you can't hardly buy the kits for $50. And one of our members, Mary Jean Waters, she kind of gives us take-home projects to
Homework
to
for the
homework,
teachers.
yeah, to make some of these sequin stockings. But
And everybody does a little bit, huh?
well, a lot of people do a little
Okay.
bit, yes. I haven't done that so much. I do have things for sale, and lately I've been doing painting a lot of wine glasses, or at least I'm taking a lot of orders for wine glasses, so I'm hoping they're gonna go
They're
well at the
beautiful.
sale.
And-
Yes, that's very nice, yeah.
So it's fun to do, though.
It sounds like there's a good core group that keeps this going.
And well, you just
And you
can't.
can't do it without.
Right. It's when I first, well, we send out all the information in May about the
Okay.
sale. And when I first go to an ADK meeting in the fall and I say I need people in charge of these 10 things, they're just so good to volunteer.
Oh,
We-
that's so nice.
We
Yeah.
could not do this without the
Yeah.
people who are so good to take care of things for us.
And that's really true as far as community groups. You really have to have workers. And I think JC Women, I was part of them when they had to give it up, is because they had an age limit. You had to be under 40.
Oh,
And we were all getting to be
No kidding.
41. And younger people weren't joining. They were doing
Doing
other
other
kinds of things.
mhm.
And so this group really
Right.
has a
Okay.
good.
And when you
Right.
mentioned community, we're really glad this year we have two different sponsors. Thrivent has helped us other years, but this year Thrivent is helping us along with Owens Family Foundation. And to be able to help us pay expenses for the armory and the custodian and the insurance and the and advertising, to just get some help for that makes a huge difference. Otherwise, we'd be doing a lot of work and just paying all the expenses and not be able to do many scholarships. So we really appreciate that. And Super One has been very nice too. So
Those are some good backers.
yeah, it's really good to have the help.
For the whole community. They
Right,
do a lot
yeah.
of good things.
Yeah.
And you're right too, as far as community, it's just such a wonderful, fun thing for you see everybody. It's the opening of hunting, but a lot of women, but a lot of people. I mean, just so
Getting close to the Christmas season, so
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Well, and there are a lot of organizations in town that raise money at our sale by renting a table from us. Like one of the PEO chapters has a table. Blessed Sacrament rents a table from us. The Historical Society rents a table. So it's kind of a community service
Sure.
that we get information out to everybody in the community that they can come and rent a table for one day and get information to everybody. So
Nice.
we do think it's a community service too.
It is. It's a wonderful time had by all, for certain. And like you said, the armory, it's really great that we're able to use the armory, because how can you fit in other than probably the memorial building or something? But it's just a perfect, and parking is good. You don't have
Right.
to.
Is there a
And
cost for the armory?
No, oh yes, oh, it's gotten to be a
Okay.
lot more expensive, even though we get the rate as a nonprofit. But
Okay.
the other thing I wanted to mention, we were talking about community, the place out at Thistledew,
Uh-huh.
they come and help us set up all the
Wow.
tables and chairs, and they come afterwards and help take everything down. And they will not accept any donation,
gosh,
or we
that's-
just tried to buy them pizza once. No, they couldn't do that. They were doing this as a community service. So we appreciate that group too.
Very much, because
That is so
husbands
nice.
used to help, and everybody's husband is
We're getting older. so-
getting older. The majority.
Yeah.
So it's a community event, and all the money raised by ADK eventually goes back to help students and teachers and education. And just no better, most important, good education for our kids. So I thank you both for your years of service together. I know you put in how many years teaching?
35.
35.
And I was teaching 30, but I ended up most of the years at the college teaching.
And I was 34.
Yeah.
So we've got, yeah. And so thank you for that. But thank you for spearheading this and donating and promoting and doing. It's a huge job. Are there any last words you'd like to say, Kate?
Well, it's such a good cause that I love it. I don't mind it a bit. It's a good therapy for me besides,
Well,
rather than sitting around and doing nothing, I can't do that. And this fits the bill.
we really appreciate his
Thank you.
donations. And we just want to remind everybody to come on November 8th to the Armory from 9 to 3. And it's just a one day, and it's a very busy place, but we hope that everyone can make it.
And we thank everybody for tuning in, and a special thanks to you two for coming down here today. But also, Ivy's got 2 or 3 tables left. And so Ivy will put the number, or
You
do
can
you want
Put the number on, or it's 218-929-1529.
929-1529.
You can call and I can send you the information if you're interested in having a table.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And thank you all for tuning in. And we all look forward to seeing you November 8th at the Armory. Lots of parking, 9 to 3. Thank you and see you there.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support.